All right, Sistas fans. Now, this video is just going to focus on Zach and the money. Now, I did a video about who should get a piece of Zach's pie, the money, who deserves it. What does Zach plan to do with the money? But I'm glad the show left that mystery one that isn't a mystery. He pretty much laid it out to Danny what his plans were. He was pretty much, going to set himself up in a place to live, but at the same time establish his own form of chain breakers in order to create income. Like, having almost $1 million is a major increase to your bank account, but what do you do once you get that kind of money? You want to make sure that kind of money doesn't run out, so you want to use it to create another source of income. So Zach pretty much has things squared away. But the most interesting part of the trailer in regards to Zach, no, not just the Karen scene, was when he was being shown a property, I believe the duplex he was showing Danny on his phone, the one he would say he would purchase the next day. The real estate agent made a pass at him. "Are you married?" And that just opened up the door to the, not multiverse, I'm sorry, I still got Spider-Man No Way Home on the brain. The possibility of Zach Zatima, if you will, not necessarily being on good foundation. Don't get me wrong, these two have been back and forth for almost a full season now, and I honestly don't see these two fully getting together in the near future. I know that in the last episode, Zach was like, "Are you team Zatima?" And it seems like they're finally going to try to get together. But overall, I think Fatima makes a point that, Zach, you're not ready. Just because you get a lot of money in your bank account doesn't mean you're ready for commitment. And that's not to say Zach is going to play the field, but it's just the fact that Zach is in a different tax bracket now. And to be completely honest, I think I'm more interested in how this money was, like they say, money doesn't change you, it just changes the people around you. I'm more interested to see the evolution, hopefully not regression, of Zach's character now that he has money, as opposed to the Zatima thing, because we know season 4 is currently being written right now. August 28th, Tyler Perry tweeted that he was writing it. It is currently August 30th when I'm writing, or technically the 29th when I wrote the script for this video, and it's the 30th when I'm recording it. So I don't think there would be 4 seasons or more of Sisters if Zatima, the couple that, well, the only couple fans give a damn about outside of potentially Preston and Danny, they're not instantly going to get together and everything's going to be fine, because if so, that's the end of the series. Look, I don't think an Andy Gary thing would last for 7 seasons. I don't see it working. So I feel like there are going to be obstacles in the way of Zatima, and I got an entire video coming up called "Is Zatima in Game?" and that's going to go over a lot more stuff. But I think for me personally, I'm interested to see what Tyler Perry has in store for Zach now that he has a different tax bracket. I hope, Hayden doesn't try to sabotage him. I'm more interested to see, there will be a lot of women interested in Zach now who wouldn't have given him the time of day before. Like this real estate agent, something tells me she wouldn't have given Zach a second glance if she was at the airport and she was being assisted with her luggage. This guy, suit and tie, looking to make a bid. And that's the one thing I praised about the mid-season finale, the way that DeVell was able to personify Zach in an entirely different way after he got that money, from the way he talks, from the way he carries himself. Just, that's a whole new character. And I'm interested to see, will he become arrogant? Will he become frivolous with the money? I mean, he definitely seems to have a plan. Like he told Karen, he's like, if we were together, you would say I'm blowing the money too fast, with the car and the suits and everything. But, she knows he has money, but doesn't know about all of his plans. And she shouldn't, because of the fact that, well, it's not her business anymore. It's kind of like the moment he handed her the check and she took it, I was like, that's it. You don't need to worry about him anymore. But, she made a point. So where are you going? Or who are you going to be with? It's like, come on now. It's none of your business, Karen. So basically, I'm thinking that Zach could definitely go through the motions of dealing with haters. I mean, there could be people he used to run with who, want to look for a hookup from him, or, he might be in the wrong situation. But given that he's going to be living in a, I guess you could say, upper class part of town now, I don't think he'll be having too many run-ins with some people he used to, hang out with the past. But on top of that, what about potential mysterious family members who might show up out of the blue. I feel like, Fatima, I'm very interested to see what she has to say about this Zach if he changes all too much, because as soon as he got that phone call, this little apartment, or I'm going to give you that dusty truck back. And then like, bro, you were literally homeless, and, she was letting you stay at her place and letting you drive the chain breaker truck, but all of a sudden it's no good anymore. I just wonder if Zach is going to lose himself by having this money, in the same way some fans, including myself, feel that Fatima is somewhat losing herself by slowly becoming one of the Sistas members, because ever since she started hanging out with them, or occasionally, it just felt like Fatima really wasn't Fatima anymore. It felt like, oh, this is Danny, oh, this is Karen. So this is very interesting, because think about it, Zach has always wanted success and he got the money, so will he be the same person? Just like Fatima wants to be accepted by the group, but at the same time, will she lose herself? Will she change in the process? So I feel like, despite fans wanting Fatima and Zach to be together, I feel like I'm more interested in their particular evolutions as separate entities. And once they quote unquote start dating officially, will the potential differences in their characters cause them to drift further apart instead of being closer together? So, what will happen if, Fatima catches Zach in a compromising position or something along those lines? Or it's just so many ways this can go. But I just hope, and I would love to see Miss Lisa, Karen's mother, come back to see this new Zach and things like that. So, not to mention, I don't know if Andy even knows about the come up. I know it was Karen and Sabrina on the phone with Danny about the money, but I don't know if Andy knows yet. But I wonder how the sisters will look at Fatima, if she actually starts to hang with them, not just because of the whole Karen and Zach thing, but the fact that, oh, you with, Mr. Moneybags now. But Fatima made a point that I made my own way without the help of a man. I think that's when, her and Zach first met each other. It's like, so you got this nice car and everything. Yeah. So who hooked it up for you? And then he was like, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm insecure about myself that I took it out on you. So basically, Fatima made it clear, I made my own way. No man helped me get to where I am. I worked hard. I got this job at the law firm. I'm trying to be a lawyer. I also work with chain breakers. Her nice apartment and everything. She did all that. So I wonder, will she kind of, feel a certain way if people only assume she's with Zach because of the money, or she's only where she is in life because of Zach? So I just hope we see more of the character evolution as opposed to appeasing the Zatima shippers. So that's all I have for this particular video. Like I said, I hope he doesn't lose the money because it isn't legit or something like that. I'm more interested to see what Tyler Perry plans to do with these characters now that, they're in a different social class or financial class. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you all later.